Eddie, you have a question?
I mean, I have a few. Do you? Central Florida, obviously, playing better of late. They've won 3 of their last 4, went to overtime with Memphis. What's different about them? It's just a matter of those young guards getting some experience and coming together?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, they're a team that's, they kind of hit rock bottom, I think, there for a while, and then they have bounced back, and
Oops, fine.
Sorry. They have bounced back since then, and the young guards are playing much better. They're not turning the ball over as much, playing a little bit more confidence now, and I think they're a team that's fighting for respect. So they're dangerous, and again, they've won 3 out of the last 4, and probably should have beaten Memphis.
Casey Wilson gave you guys some problems, and then he's kind of carried that. Is he an X factor for them with the energy and effort he's bringing right now?
Yeah, coming into our game, he's averaging 6 points a game, and now he's averaging 16 points a game over the last 5, I think. And so he's making shots. He's playing better for them, which obviously you get a front line guy playing well with your guards. It's just another weapon you have.
What are you most optimistic about with your team that you'll get through this and make it to the tournament? What would give you the most hope of that?
Well, that they're resilient. They haven't, one thing about youth is they're resilient, as they say, but they haven't given in. I mean, certainly after, 2 tough losses in a row, we could have gone to Houston, and especially after getting down early, we could have folded up the ship and just gave in, and they didn't do that. And that gives you hope that, that they'll just keep fighting, and if they do that, like I told them, if we stay together, if we worry about what matters, which is defending and rebounding and playing together as a group, forget your individual stuff, and we can take off. We can take off here at the end of the season. And I got hope that the Houston game wasn't pretty, but it gave you hope, and that they certainly fought through some adversity there, and they got out there with a W. That's all that mattered.
There haven't been many of your wins that are pretty, though, right? I mean, that's just the way it is.
No, that's just the way it is. It's probably the nature of how we play.
You said last week after the Xavier game that in the second half you saw a return to how you wanted these guys to play, and playing like Bearcats and all that stuff. Did you see that carry over on Saturday in Houston?
Yeah, we showed some clips yesterday pre-practice on why I thought we won the game, and those clips were things like guys shedding blockouts to go get rebounds. Kevin Johnson, a kid from Houston, had a rebound. He just ripped it out of his hands. We did some physical things in that game, and that's how we have to play. We have to be the more physical team. We got deflections in that game. We got when guys drove, we stole the ball from them. What we call strips. We got a lot of strips in that game, and that's all we watched yesterday. That's why we won. We made some shots, yeah, but we won because of what we did, how physical we played, and the fact that we were able to defensively get strips and steals and turn them over.
How different is this offense when you can get the outlet passes that you were getting to Shaq in Houston, getting him out in transition and out ahead of the defense?
Well, that's something that here at the end of the season that hopefully we can continue to do better. We've got to get more fast break opportunities and get open floor situations for Shaq and really for Kevin and Troy and Farad, for all of our guards. If we can get them in open space, we're all pretty good at taking people off the dribble. So that was big for us to get out and run, and certainly against Central Florida, we're going to need to get out and run. That'll make it, rather than just walking it up and facing against probably 2-3 zone or packed in defense.
Will Tay be back in the lineup as usual, or how?
Yeah.
His status?
Yeah. I mean, I looked at it, and Tay clearly, he wasn't trying to hurt the kid. He got caught in the air, and he pushed him, and he should have gone a little bit more for the ball, but he immediately went over to pick the kid up. He wasn't mad. It wasn't something like that, and I expect him to be back in the lineup.
You've gotten some good minutes from Coriante to Barry when he plays. Do you ever think about playing those 2 guys together to really go big?
We have a little bit. We've done it a couple times, and we certainly, would think about it. And Corey's whole issue is, again, being able to play for long stretches, and defensively for him to bring what we need him to bring in the middle. But we've been playing with it a little bit and trying to get the other issues. You got to get Tay out on the wing, guarding on the wing, and do what he does in the zone. And so getting him used to doing that as well. But to answer your question, yeah, we've thought about it, and moving forward, I wouldn't be surprised if you see that a little bit.
You like what you've been getting from him?
Yeah, I like it. His offense has been tremendous, and you know, because when you throw it to him, he's going to get fouled or a bucket most of the time. And again, he's coming defensively. He's getting better and better. And for him, you know, he's another guy, high school zone his whole life. Even in junior college, that you know they didn't play a lot of man-to-man. More traditional, just sit in the middle, 2-3 zone. And in our zone, you can't do that. You got to be much more active. You got to cover the corner sometimes. Just there are different principles, and he's having to make the adjustment to that.
So when you say it's not going to be on the floor for a long time, you mean from a conditioning standpoint or from a defensive standpoint?
Yeah, I mean, as big as he is, just a matter of him pushing through and like running the floor every single time, getting up and down. You know, it's like he's got to. Because right now, you know, he plays 3- and 4-minute stretches, and you know that's about as long as he can play right now. But you know, we'd like to. Again, I'd like to get him out there more because again, he brings offense to us.